China is willing to play a positive role to help the Palestinians achieve internal reconciliation and promote peace talks with Israel, Chinese President Xi Jinping told his Palestinian counterpart in Beijing on Wednesday. The fundamental solution to the Palestinian issue lies in the establishment of an independent Palestinian state based on the 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital, Xi said, according to Chinese state media. Chinese President Xi Jinping has restated Beijing's willingness to play a positive role in finding an early and lasting solution to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. The renewed mediation offer came as Xi met visiting Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas in Beijing on Wednesday, where they announced the setting up of a bilateral strategic partnership. Hailing their relationship as one between good friends and partners, Xi also proposed a three-point solution to the Palestinian issue. Xi said Abbas was the first Arab leader to be welcomed by China this year, which fully demonstrated the high level of bilateral relations. China and Palestine are good friends and good partners who trust and support each other, Xi said. Facing a changing world, with events never before seen in 100 years and new changes in the Middle East, China is willing to strengthen coordination and cooperation with Palestine to promote an early, comprehensive, just and lasting solution to the Palestine issue, he was quoted as saying by Xinhua. Today, we jointly announced the establishment of the China-Palestinian Strategic Partnership, which will be an important milestone in the history of bilateral relations, he said. Xi also reaffirmed China's willingness to play a positive role to push for peace talks on the Palestinian issue, as he put forward a new three-point solution. The proposal calls for an independent Palestine on the basis of the 1967 borders, with East Jerusalem as its capital, increased development and humanitarian assistance to Palestinians, as well as an end to provocative actions and the creation of conditions for peace talks through larger-scale international meetings. Abbas, who arrived in Beijing for a four-day visit on Tuesday, thanked Beijing for its political support for Palestinians and briefed Xi on the ongoing tensions with Israel. He also discussed efforts to mobilize international support for Palestine to obtain a full membership at the United Nations, as well as ways to enhance relations with China in all fields, according to the Palestinian WAFA news agency. The head of the Palestinian Authority, whose last visit to China was in 2017, is also expected to meet Premier Li Qiang, according to media reports. China has been increasingly vocal on the Israeli-Palestinian issue as it steps up peacemaking efforts in the Middle East and Ukraine. Beijing had also offered to facilitate Israeli-Palestinian peace talks in April when Foreign Minister Qin Gang spoke over the phone with their respective foreign ministers. It has also ramped up criticism against Israel over its illegal expansion of settlements in the occupied territories, and called for multiple emergency meetings at the United Nations in response to conflicts at the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Gaza Strip. This comes amid a shifting geopolitical dynamics in the Middle East after a China-brokered peace deal saw ties restored in March between Saudi Arabia and Iran after 7 years of hostilities, and Saudi Arabia and Syria agreed to restore diplomatic ties last month after nearly a decade. Meeting his Palestinian counterpart Riyad al-Maliki in Beijing on Tuesday, Qin reaffirmed China's support for a peaceful resolution of the Palestine issue amid profound changes in the Middle East. The situation in the Middle East is undergoing profound changes, and strengthening strategic autonomy and enhancing solidarity and cooperation are the common aspiration and general trend, Qin said, according to a readout from China's foreign ministry. China attaches great importance to the Palestinian issue and has always firmly supported the just cause of the Palestinian people to restore their legitimate national rights. China will continue to support the right direction of the peace talks and contribute Chinese wisdom and strength to the settlement of the Palestinian issue. China has proposed initiatives and organized peace talks on the Palestinian issue several times during Xi's term but without substantial results. In separate meetings in 2013, Xi proposed a four-point peace initiative to Abbas and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The initiative called for a two-state solution, a halt to settlement activities in the occupied territories, coordinated international efforts to resolve the conflict, and a focus on Palestinian development. The proposal was expanded in 2017 during Abbas' last visit, with a call for a three-way dialogue with both the Israelis and Palestinians, and support for Palestinian development through China's Belt and Road Initiative.